Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from ScoutGuitarLessonsOnline.com. How you doing? It's great to see you all again. This week, if you haven't already guessed, we're back on Judas Priest and the track You've Got Another Thing Comin without the G. Going to take you through all of the rhythm guitar parts in this, break it down bit by bit for you. Know you're going to enjoy learning to this one. It really is a fun track to play. If this is your first time visiting the site, great to see you. Hope you enjoy this lesson. I'm sure by the end you'll want to subscribe, so why not do it now? Click on that subscribe button, hit the bell. That way you'll always be notified whenever I'm posting a new one of my lessons. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get into this track. And let me show you how to play You've Got Another Thing Comin. So don't go away.
Preview.
On this version I'm going to be teaching you, I've taken a little bit of an artistic license on this one. Of course, two guitars, K.K. Downing and Glenn Tipton playing on this. What I've done, and I'm sure you've noticed it in the intro, I've actually combined the two guitars together. That way, when you play it by yourself, it actually sounds like the track. But of course, during the recording of this and when they play it live, the two guitars are not always playing the same thing together. Now, it does open up with a very, very muted section played over an F-sharp 5 chord. And it's got 3 bars or 3.5 bars of just playing a chug on the F sharp. So we're just doing this. Now on the album, that continues. He continues playing that, but behind that we've got Glenn Tipton. He's doing some power chords behind it. Now the power chords that he's playing over, first of all, he's playing over this E, which is an E5 power chord but it's based on the D strings. We're just doing 2, 4 and 5 on the D. And then he's moving up to a B chord and then to an F sharp minor chord. Now what I've done on this track, I've combined the two elements together. So let me just show you how to play this stage by stage. Now the way we go into that E chord, we're playing on the upbeat of the 4 count in the bars. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So each one is being played on that upbeat of that count. So we're always going 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So from there it goes back to a chug and then we've got this first chord break. So let me just play it through. Now what I've been doing, I'm changing one of the chords and I'll show you as I explain this. So first of all, we're playing 2 on the low E, and then we play a double stop, but I've got my barred finger across here, across 2 on the D and 2 on the G. And then we go back to the E string and we're playing an O2. Then we go back to that A chord. And then we've got another F, but this time you can play it as an F minor. We then move these 2 fingers down from the A and D string to the D and G string. And then back again. So let me do this really slow for you. Now what I've done to combine the two, because what you've got behind when K.K. Downing plays that F sharp minor, Glenn Tipton goes back to playing this over the top. And what I've done, I combined the two elements. KK Downing plays this. What I've done, I've put the Glenn Tipton part in, that part, by going. Then it goes back to the chugs. Then we finish up with the same run again, but they both play the same as what KK Downing did, which is that. And then they hold that for 2 bars to go into the first verse. So now let's get into the verses. I'll just play the main theme through and then I'll break it down for you. We start off with a 2 on the low E. Play a chord through, play that F minor chord through. Then we've got 2 chugs. Play the chord again. And that holds for a count. And then we've got 3 downs, 3 on the 2. Then we are going to play. So we're just playing 2, 2 on the A and the D. Then we do 4, 4 with another downstroke. Then we've got 2 more E's. Then we've got for this final, which is on the 4 and. We just take the finger off. And then back to 2, so it's going 1, 2. So, in slow time. Now, at the end of that, when we played that riff, we then just have 2 bars just playing the F sharp. Play that progression 4 times. On the end of the 4th time, we then go into the pre-chorus section, which I'm just going to play for you now. So we start it off with an F sharp minor. And on the upbeat of the 4, then we go to a D. And then the second bar on the upbeat of the 4, we go to this B. And then we do 4 and, which is back to the F sharp minor. We do another 4 and. Upbeat on the next bar, on the 4 again. Same thing then on the B. And then we're going to do O, open string, to a C sharp. So let me just play that through slow time. 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Holds for another bar. Right, let me just play through the chorus section and then I'll just show you how to play it. Very, very similar to the intro, the way we do it, but let's just break it down bar by bar. So we start off with this double stop on the D and the G on 2nd fret. We're just keeping our finger again of that bar because we're going to play that chord, that double stop. And then we got 2 chugs on that 2. Back to the 2. And then 2 on the low E, 4 on the low E. Then next bar we're going, it's very, very similar to that open riff, but it's one slight variation. We play 2 on the low E, 2-2 on the D and G, and then we've got 2 F sharps, back to the 2-2, back to the F sharp, and then we do to the B, and then back we repeat. Go back. We go back to that 2 again. Then we've got that same as the opening riff where we've got and that takes us back to another verse, all the way through the verse, all the way through the pre-chorus and the chorus, which we've just played there, and then we are into the bridge. Now we've gone to the clean guitar for this section. I'll just play quickly through and then I'll break it down. So we start off, we're playing a B minor 7 chord, so it's just a B minor on second position. Lift your finger up. Then what you're going to do, you're just going to move that first finger down, so you've got an open A string over that chord. Then we go to an A, then an F sharp minor, and we just repeat it. Go back to that B minor 7, the A, over that bass, and then an A, and then we go up to a C sharp, whichever way you want to play it. And then we're into the solo. Now the solo is played over the chorus line. From the solo it goes back to a verse, pre-chorus, and the chorus, and then it goes into the fade out, which is just played over the chorus. And that just keeps on playing to the fade. KK Downing over the top of that just plays these power chords. He plays an A, B, and behind that you've got that. And that just keeps on going until the fade. So all of the parts have been covered for this song. Now I will include the tab for both guitars. I'll probably throw in the guitar profile, so you can play along with that if you do have Guitar Pro. Well, I hope you've enjoyed learning how to play this great, powerful song by Judas Priest. I love playing this one, so I do. I've got my students doing it as well. So I'm going to let you go and have some fun, and hopefully we will speak again on the next video. I'm looking forward to that already. But until then, this is Jeff Sinker from ScoutGuitarLessonsOnline.com, wishing you well, and I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. Until then, goodbye.